Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Hold tight, y'all. We're gonna get started. I need you to open it and give me one, please, so I can take the pill. Y'all listen. You only get a few things in this life, man. And there are very, very few certainties. But one thing you will always get when it comes to Randall Keith Orton is entertained. Now, I didn't get to watch SmackDown in its entire capacity. I saw it in pieces. But I did get to see Randy Orton basically abandoned everything that he had been holding on to these last couple of years and let the voices guide him wherever he wants to be. Now, a lot of people are like, why did they turn Randy? Randy didn't need to turn, and I disagree. You have to think. Look at the severity of the match between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. It's diabolical. You got to match energies. There's no way you're going to have Cody Rhodes and Randy in just a match where two friends are just going at it to see who's the best. That's not going to work. They had to take it to another level. And Randy Orton's level came out of nowhere because nobody expected it. But, I mean, no pun intended. This is Randall Keith Orton we're talking about. All right. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't watch the whole promo. I didn't need to. I saw Randy get up and basically tell him this was supposed to be easy. It was supposed to be Drew here. I wasn't supposed to be trying to fight you. I wasn't trying to fight you. I didn't want to do this. But you don't understand. I need this. I need that title. I need that championship. I need that time. And then Cody's just spewing off his normal shit. And Randy literally slammed that nigga's head on the table, low blowed him, and then commenced an ass whooping on Cody Rhodes that hasn't been seen on him in a very long time. That man beat him up and then pushed Jelly Roll, which Jelly Roll deserved it. Okay, because fuck him. Fuck that bitch. Fuck him. Okay. But anyways, push Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll like, Randy, what's good? Like, what's going on? I'd be like, nigga, you in my business. That's what's going on. You're in my business, and I didn't ask you to get in my business. Mind your business before I beat your ass too. Okay? Get out my business. Randy didn't ask no questions. He do nothing. He pushed him. He said, oh, fuck. And he walked away. Everybody thought it was over. But they left Cody on the damn steel steps. They left him there. And I'm sitting here like, so ain't nobody gonna bring out the medics. Y'all ain't got no ambulance. Y'all ain't got no doctors. All they had was refs and towels. I said, where the fuck was the doctor at? On leave? Like, what was going on, sirs and ma'ams? You know? Child. That man came back in there with another fucking chair, with a chair, and chair shot at that nigga with his head still in the damn steel steps. That shit is brutal. It don't look bad. It just looks so fucking brutal. And you just like, oh my God, that's the first thing that come out your mouth. Nuts. Absolute nuts. I was like, God damn, that was good. That was good. Good job, WWE. Good job. You finally doing some shit right, because we've been on your ass for about a year, and we about to still be on it. Yeah. One thing they did do right as well, they done dropped the motherfucking tickets. Them tickets is down like 75%. So if you want to go to Mania, you can get up in there and get you some good seats for less than what they actually would really be charging, you know? But he propped him up like he was laying in bed. And then the nigga got in the chair, took the chair he beat Cody in the head with, sat his ass in the ring with the belt around his waist, smiling and holding that belt. That man is gone. 09 Orton has returned, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cody get punted next week. Okay. Now look, I told y'all I didn't get to watch SmackDown all the way through. I got to see when Drew McIntyre opened up the show because I knew he was coming. Okay, Drew has a telltale. Okay, he can't stand when he lose. And he decided to come out there and call out Nicholas and said Nicholas was a corporate stooge and that it was his fault. He cost him his title. And Nicholas said, nah, you know where I come from. You know who I am. You're not going to disrespect me like that. Now, he said, I'll take a lot of shit, but you're not going to sit up here and talk crazy about me on national TV. You better back your ass up. Okay? He was like, now the reason, he said, now you want to bring up motherfucking Royal Rumble and you want to bring up Elimination Chamber, but you conveniently left out that you interfered in both of those matches, preventing Cody from getting a fair shot at you, doing this shit on purpose. And now I see why. Because if he does get a fair shot, well, then you lose. And that's exactly what happened. So Drew got in his feelings, got to stomping up the damn steps. Went up there and was like, "You need to make this right now." Then Jacob music hit. Jacob said, you mad at everybody else. You mad at Nicholas. You mad at Cody. You're calling out refs. You're doing this and you're doing that, but you ain't going after the one person who actually screwed you. Me. I screwed you out of the championship. And what you gonna do about it?" That nigga looked him in the face. Said, "What am I gonna do about it? I'm not gonna do nothing. I quit." I would have been cracking up if that man would have said, "I don't have to take this. I'm going home." I would have loved it. But he ain't got enough cojones grandes. Now, I thought he was going to come in there and mess up Jacob's match with Trick Williams, but I didn't watch that match all the way to the end. So somebody tell me, did Jacob beat Trick and did Drew come back, or is he just gone? Because if he's leaving and he actually quit, I imagine the reason why he quit was because eventually he's getting ready to go film for Highlander. So he's gonna have to be out for quite some time, and they need an excuse for that. And I guess Drew wanted to leave early, but the plan, from what I understood, was that Drew McIntyre was facing off against Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. At least that was the original plan. So somebody tell me in the comments what happened during Jacob's match. I knew he did. I knew he came back. I'm not crazy. Okay. So I'm not crazy. So I called it before I didn't even see it. I knew he was gonna bring his ass out there. I knew it. Drew came back at the end. Okay. Okay. So I was right. So they still gonna have this match. Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu are gonna fight at WrestleMania. So Drew basically quit to just throw Jacob off guard so he can come in there and cost him the match. Okay. Cute. Cute. Love that. Hold on, y'all. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, what does this mean?" It means he decided to fake quick so Jacob could feel like he ain't had nothing to worry about, so he could be able to attack him from behind. That's what it means. And it means that Jacob, more than likely, Nicholas is gonna make it so Jacob faces off against Drew at WrestleMania. That's what's gonna happen. They have a match next week. That match ain't gonna go off the way it should. I guarantee that. I'm like, the nigga just did this a year or two ago and did. He definitely did. Darn right. Now, what was interesting was the women's tag team match. So they set a match for Lash Legend and Nia Jax to defend their titles against the former tag team champions in Charlexa. Okay, the Queen. So they came out there. They was having a match, and before they had the match, the Bella Twins show up, and I was like, "Ooh, you're late, a day late, and $1 short." But sure, what do you want? Apparently, they decided to get on the mic and be robotic again and tell everybody they was going to be watching the match very closely because they wanted to see who their opponents were going to be because they got next. Well, that didn't go over too well because during this match, Charlotte and Nia Jax was battling it out. Nia pulls, I'm assuming it was Nikki Bella in front of her. Like Charlotte wasn't gonna kick that hole in her face, and she did exactly what she was supposed to. She kicked that bitch right in her face. I said, "Oh, this is why I fucks with Ashley Flair." Okay, kicked her right in her shit. I'm like, that ain't quit. He just think he's slick, and he do. To be honest, that little promo could have been a tweet. Don, I've been telling you for the last couple of months, the last couple of times that they've come out there, they don't have to do half the shit that they do. But of course, they got to hear the roar of the crowd. They got to hear the pop child. But whatever. She got kicked in her shit. I don't know where her sister Bree was. I didn't see. I all I saw was Charlotte kick that hole in her face. They got in the ring and it looked like Charlotte and Lash and them was about to win. And then I'm assuming that Bree was the one who came in there and started beating up on Nia. And that cost Alexa and Charlotte the match. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Only because I didn't get to see that whole match and I didn't get to see everything. I didn't see which twin got up. Thank you. Like, relax. Like, y'all are, girl. Anyways, so it looked like heading into WrestleMania, it's gonna be a triple threat because Charlotte and Alexa are owed another match against the tag team champs. And okay, so I was right. It was Brie who did it. Okay, cool. They're owed another match that doesn't involve somebody interfering. And while the Bella Twins haven't really earned their match, they just kind of came in and said, we got next. We all know they're going to be added to this match, and this match is going to be a triple threat at Mania. And the Bella Twins are more than likely going to win the titles. At this point, I just don't give a shit. So what happened was Char was about to kick Nia, I think, and Nia moved and she kicked Nikki instead. Well, it is what it is, babe. Anywhoosies. So Danhausen still cursed Miz, and Miz had an interview with bum ass what's his face? What's his name? Jelly Roll, Big Jelly Back. So I don't know what that was about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch it. I saw it on my big screen downstairs, but I didn't see what happened. All I saw was Jelly Roll had laid out Miz, and Kit was out there, and he was able to get out the way before Jelly Roll laid him out. That's all I saw. I don't know what else happened. There was a conversation, I think, between Ilya and Carmelo Hayes, and I missed that too, y'all. I'm so sorry. Today is not a good day for the show. I missed that conversation in its entirety. I'm hoping it leads to a match at WrestleMania between those two because I think that would just be a fire ass match. Then Brie got knocked, and then Brie got up and interfered. Oh, okay, that was the most country biscuit shit I ever witnessed. I was gonna call him Roll Jelly. Hell no. Nah. I don't know what his jelly back ass is doing, but I don't like Jelly Roll. He can eat a dick as far as I'm concerned. He's one of those weirdos, just weird white people, and he refuses to tell everybody he voted for Trump, and you did. Just tell everybody you voted for that man so we can move on. Well, we already know you did. Miz wanted him to be his tag team partner, and Jelly Roll said, "No, you turn on your folks." And Miz turned that into kind of fat shaming. Okay, he definitely deserved it. Jelly Roll did the Kit Wilson hip roll. Ew. That man should never procreate. You understand? Never. Like, oh, he has children? I ain't gonna be mad at his kids. His kids ain't got nothing to do with that. I slept through Trick and Jacob for a very short time because I did an 8-hour shift and went to the gym. Okay. MFTs and YS6 had another match. Listen. WWE, I understand you guys want to tell a story, but you've got to amplify this feud between these two teams. You're not doing anything different. The Wyatts own a pin over Solo, and they own a win over Solo and Tala. They have beaten them multiple times. We are stuck in this forever ending loop of the MFTs constantly taking this damn lamp from them. And I don't understand. Like, They don't need the lamp to go back after those tag team titles. They want the lamp back because it means something to them. And the MFTs having the lamp doesn't give them any power. It doesn't change anything about them. And I really wish they would utilize the lamp and make it more significant than this. And kind of like how Danhausen is cursing people, that lamp should curse whoever it falls in the wrong hands of. Because having Bray, because you not Bray, but having the lamp with Solo does nothing for him or the MFTs. It just holds something over Howdy and the Wyatt Six's heads. But if you make it so the lamp truly does have some type of power, but the power only works when it wants to or when it does, when it's utilized properly. And because Solo doesn't know how to use it, it's corrupting the entire group. That's how the lamp should work, in my opinion. It shouldn't be this thing that they're getting because the Wyatt Six treasure it so. It needs to have a significance beyond that. And I don't understand why they're not utilizing that to the best of their ability. You can make that lamp be very similar to the way the Undertaker made the urn with Paul Bearer and Kane. You remember? And the significance of the urn was just that that's how Paul Bearer used to control the Undertaker. You see what I'm saying? And you can use that with this lamp, but not in this sense. The lamp should flicker when shit is about to go weird. You know what I'm saying? Like the MFTs are in their dugout, they're sitting down, they're talking, and they're holding it. And all of a sudden, they put the lamp down and it starts flickering, and then weird shit start happening. Like JC disappears, Mateo disappears. And they're like, where the fuck is Mateo at? That nigga was just right here. Well, I don't know. Like maybe we all gotta look for it. Let's go look for it. We'll find it. Then they find Mateo strung up, you know what I'm saying, in the back, beat up. And they think it was the YS6, but it ain't the YS6. Okay, the YS6 been gone. They ain't even on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it couldn't have been them. You gotta make it so that the lamp is cursed. The lamp has a supernatural entity attached to it. That's the only way that this shit really is gonna work. Because at this point, you are just fighting over a fucking lamp. And I don't really care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it has significance. And at this point, you just not doing enough to make it worthwhile to watch. That's the problem. Okay. But he was like, bitch, because of me, you wouldn't even realize you needed to lose weight. So you're welcome. Damn. Oh well, fuck him. He was a fat fuck. That's the truth. So, I'm so sorry. I don't like that man. I don't like him. And I have a good reason. So I don't mean it to be disrespectful to fat people because I'm a fat bitch. But goddamn. He said that moment was his awakening. It was his awakening. And I was like, he ain't lied because those were literally words out your mouth. Well, yeah, it's getting stale. I was watching like Bray would have not been going for this shit. No, he wouldn't. That's why I'm saying like if they made that lamp the entity of its own, something you have to service in order to stop it from taking over wherever it is. You get what I mean? Kind of like, okay, so in order for some of y'all who are late coming in to understand, if you've ever watched an anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the very first season of it has to do with this mask. The mask turns people into vampires. And if you put the mask on, and you drink blood while you have the mask on, you'll become like this ultimate vampire, right? And in doing that, you can turn other people into zombie vampires that will serve you. Okay, this particular mask need blood in order to maintain itself as an entity. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it blood. That's what I mean by it needs to be serviced. Like that is why it's with the Y6, because whatever they do, the lamp itself just provides them with the power or the light that they need because they provide the service. But if you put that lamp in the wrong hands, it no longer is getting service. So it should react the way any other evil entity will react, attack everything that's around it. You see what I'm saying? To me, That makes more sense rather than you having a match at WrestleMania for the fucking lantern. That makes no sense to me. I don't want to see that because we've seen every iteration of the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs, and we don't need to go there again. I'm tired. Find something else to do. Anyways, now I didn't get to see Jay Cargill's promo, but I did see the match with her and Michin, and I will say Michin did pretty damn good. It was just Jay was able to get the drop on her, and she was able to best Michin. So Michin lost to the champ. Okay. But I want to know what did Jay Cargill say after that because I didn't get to hear what she said, and I was cooking. I was in the middle of cooking AJ dinner. I made him some Brussels sprouts, some roasted Brussels sprouts. He had what? Her hair's cute. I kind of like it darker. Yeah, I like that one better. He had roasted Brussels sprouts. He had um some protein rich mac and cheese with whole wheat pasta, which was pretty good, right? You liked it? It was good. And he had some salmon, some pan seared salmon that I made. He was happy. He loves salmon anyway. Remember Alexa Bliss had the doll and someone got hold of it and supernatural things started happening. Yes, I remember it was Shayna Baszler. Shayna took the doll and ripped it up. And then she was crying about it. And that's when Lily was stalking her. Lily also was stalking Eva Marie at one point. Like that doll is an entity of its own. That's what I'm saying. The lantern should be an entity, but you got to make it so that it's worthwhile. You got to make it so like Uncle Howdy be talking to the lamp, and the lantern kind of be guiding Uncle Howdy on what he needs to do. You have to do something to make the lamp valuable beyond just Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. If there's power in the lantern, it cannot be controlled. Uncle Howdy doesn't control it, he services it. That's the way I would have written it. But niggas don't think like me. Okay? They don't think like me. She was basically like she ain't scared and she gonna dog walk Rhea ass. Oh, okay. Then Rhea came out and said nothing. Well, what the fuck did she say? I'm rooting for Jay because I'm still mad about Mania last year with Rhea. Let the fuck go. I saw that Jay Cargill didn't even attempt to fight her. I know that when she came in the ring, she had a mic in her hand, but I didn't see what Rhea said. All I saw was that fucking pop is nasty. I feel like I wasted my money. All I saw was Rhea was in there with I think she had shorts on. I don't know. I think she had shorts on. She was in there talking cash shit, and Jade walked out like she ain't say nothing. And I was like, okay, let it go. Shit, your ass is always holding a grudge. He said, no, you right. Said her ass shouldn't have been there. She could have been fighting Lyra. You mean EO? All that hoopla, you still ain't pinned EO. Nope, EO retained the championship. And you know what? She win this title for Jade. Bianca gonna come back, and it's gonna be Rhea and Bianca. Unless they let Jade retain, which might be kind of interesting, and Bianca ends up beating her. That might not be too bad when you think about it. Anywhoosies, what else happened tonight? We had the mid segment. We had Randy Orton decimating niggas. Rhea was basically like, you talking all that shit, let's fight. And Jay said, no, on my time. I miss when niggas used to come out there and cost people matches. She said no. He said no. I meant Lyra because Lyra shouldn't have been going for them tag belts either. Okay, you make a valid point. I see where you come from. I was about to say, what if they curve us and Jay retains? Like I said, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it. I don't really care who wins with the women's match. I really don't. It's not like, ooh, I need Rhea Ripley to be champion. Or, ooh, I need. Here, Don, I'll let you in so you can explain it. Because I know you in the comments typing one. He said, no, I was literally like, I miss when people would get beat up pre-match. No, for real, like, I miss. I got an idea, and I'm gonna run it past y'all because I think I covered everything on SmackDown except for a few things. But I want Liv and Dom to break up the old-fashioned way. Like, since Dom idolizes his uncle Eddie Guerrero, why not break up the way him and China broke up? Eddie Guerrero cheated on China every chance he got and was gaslighting the fuck out of her every single time. So why not give Liv a taste of her own medicine? You get them how you lose them. You just gotta find somebody that you could take her. Now, I'm petty. I will pick a bad bitch to do it. Okay. And right now, the baddest Latino in all of the locker rooms is Lola Vice. And if I'm gonna be a petty bitch, I'm pulling Lola up so she can wreak havoc. I want her to go in there and just tear some shit up. I need it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, today. That would just be tea.
Hey, I was just click clacking away.
Thought you was clicking.
You
I
know,
was
we
like,
on my
he the only
laptop
one in
typing
the
now.
comments typing a lot besides B. Jefferson Kayla. I was like, he can come in and talk about it because I didn't watch everything in its entirety. I only got to see clips.
Yeah, so Jay beat up me. She beat her up.
Oh,
Mia
yeah.
was holding her on the beginning of the match.
She was. I saw that.
And then she was done. She's basically like Rhea came out here talking about she's like, I don't understand all this hype y'all got around this woman. Like y'all always talking about she on top. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about the bitch. She don't scare me. I'm not worried about her. So when it comes time to be at Mania, I'm a dog walk her ass. And that's gonna be it. I
I'm
don't have
coming
nothing
out
else to
there
say
too. You
about it.
talking about dog walking me? The fuck?
And Rhea came out there, she said, you want to fight? Let's fight. Come on, let's fight. And Jay said, on my time, girl.
I wouldn't have asked about no
When
fight.
I
I
say
would have
so.
just stopped doing your shit.
Child, if Rhea would have fought, her coochie, her titties would have been out. She had on the tube top of the miniskirt with some boots on.
Why the fuck did you wear that to the ring?
Rhea was not ready to fight.
What's wrong with you?
Rhea was ready to go to the
Never
club
see
after the
Rhea
show
no
got off.
two top and mini skirt. What kind of shit is this?
Rhea was ready to hit the streets. After that
Girl,
red light went off, she was ready to leave and go in them Phoenix streets.
you had on a fucking Liv Morgan outfit. What is going on? Did y'all trade clothes, bitch?
Child, you know that's our best friend.
Girl.
Who does he cheat with? Lola? Who you talking about?
I want him to cheat with Lola.
Who? Damien?
No.
Oh.
Dom.
Oh, cheat with that's spicy. But you know he gonna have to make it to he gonna have to go to SmackDown then.
No. I don't look. You can make Lola a free agent. She don't have to stay on SmackDown or Raw. She can float until they decide to place her. Bring her up
by SummerSlam.
You can make her come up by SummerSlam, but because see, I don't think Liv winning that Mania.
I don't think so either.
I don't think she winning that Mania. She could. She very well could. But to me,
Both of them need to retain.
Yeah.
Hell, everybody can retain at Mania.
The only person that can't is Cody.
Yeah, baby, you gonna have to drop that.
And I don't mean no harm because I love Cody. But after what I saw today, and really not even that, it's just that Randy don't have a lot of legs left in this business. Randy already 1 foot out. And it's been that way for a while. So for him to revive OG Orton to tear your ass apart like that, yeah, they're gonna give him that championship back.
He's going ahead and go on a little tail run. I give him about.
They can have a run all the way till SummerSlam, and if you want to keep Cody in the title picture, then so be it. But I have a feeling like Cody finna be getting beat down a lot. I feel like Sammy gonna start just beating his ass eventually, because Cody be cussing his ass out every week. And I'm gonna root every
time this week.
Every time he do it. I'm gonna root when he do
Sammy
it.
Was like he was like, I don't know, you think you people won't look up to you or some shit like that. And Cody was like, bitch, I didn't tell you to look up to me. Matter of fact, look at the title. Look at that. Think about that. Dream about that.
All right.
Sleep on that.
All right, bet. I'm like, okay.
And Sammy was like, fuck. I did it again. Made it about me.
Shit. Beat his ass.
He like that shit.
Dry, I need your help.
Because he was throwing this little pity part like he'd been doing for the past couple of weeks. And Cody
no,
was
that's
like,
what I'm saying. I don't
need.
I love Sammy, so I don't want to see him like that.
Me either. Go ahead and crash out. Shit.
Whoop his ass next time you say that weirdo shit to you. Why you keep doing that? Because it was strong all across the board.
As your friend, as your coworker, as your cohort, as your peer, you better back your ass up off of me.
It might be inside.
It's a little bit too close.
The chair, or look in there first inside the bag.
Cody and Punk need to drop. Go ahead, B. Jeffers. Let's dissect that. Why would Punk need to drop to Roman? And Roman has been champ for 2020 to 2020.
I don't think CM Punk need to drop to Roman. CM Punk ain't dropping to Roman. He more than likely gonna hold on to that title until either Seth is cleared or Braun Breaker come back. When Breaker come back, he gonna get that championship.
I'd rather go back to Seth.
I'm being honest with you. That's the T.
And Brown can take it off Seth.
Ugh. I have it in here.
It just don't make no sense for Punk to lose and Roman to win. Roman was the fact that he was champion for 4 years. The nigga was just champion. It could be 3 more years on top of this, and I'm gonna still say he was just champion.
Yeah,
1,000 something days.
I see what you mean. I just like a little chaos. I mean,
that's not gonna cause chaos. That's gonna cause the WrestleMania tickets is already down 75%. And if you make Roman a champion, these next few pay-per-views ain't gonna be selling.
It's not on the side of his bed at all. I haven't gone anywhere.
Like, that's not chaos. That's gonna make everybody check out for real.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta try and find the cord for my computer.
But Cody can lose. I don't care about Cody losing. Cody was just champion for 2 years.
Yeah.
Was he a 2-time, 3-time?
Yeah, he a 3-time now. And if he won't be 4-time, he gonna have to win it back from Randall.
He won a Backlash in your hometown. Where is that? Because I don't be listening.
Backlash is in his hometown. It's in Florida.
Oh, okay. Period.
Is it underneath there?
I thought about going to an Impact event, but then I was like, no.
They're coming to Cleveland, and I want to go, but their seating at the Wallstein is
The tickets
it's
are
not up
fine.
there.
The show was good. It's just the timing of it, 9 to 11.
Ooh,
Baby, I need to be in the
that's
bed. I'm sorry.
not you need to be in the bed. Well, the seating is gonna be a problem for me.
And then it's on a Thursday.
Mm.
I can't do that, babe. Sorry.
I don't know what I did. No, when I get done filming, I'm gonna find it.
What else happened tonight, y'all?
Nothing that I can recall. Oh, Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany. That shit took me out. Tiffany rolled up. She said, and you think that she pushed her ass out the way? Sit down. That's the best thing you done did it for your career.
It looked like Tiffany facing off against Julia at Mania. She probably gonna take that championship from her.
Ew.
Unfortunately, so
It's not Julia's fault. It's in there.
It's not. They actually try with Julia. It's just that Kiana and Julia just don't really make sense, and y'all trying to make it make sense, and it just don't. We're not catching the vibe, Dookie.
Not right.
She's not even like pretending like she translated what she's saying. Julia say something, and they kept like, "Yeah, we ain't scared of you." Most importantly, I'm not scared.
I told you it was in there.
Put it in there no more.
So because you didn't look for it, it can't go in there. After I told you it was in there. All right. You gonna snatch it? Okay. You on some nigga shit today.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's in Tampa, Florida. Backlash. I hate Backlash because they always make them rerun some of these matches back for Mania, and I don't be wanting to see that.
You didn't already spent the whole year building it.
No, like
why you gonna give me another month of it?
And I don't like the fact that they don't let Mania end feuds anymore.
Yeah. I feel like it should end or start new ones.
Yeah, but not continue a feud.
Continue nothing. I think that was the whole point of WrestleMania was the end game.
Right.
And that's the problem now. We don't never have a fucking end game.
That is the problem. And we need one.
So on and on and on and on. You need a new direction every once in a while.
I can't stand when Triple H would be like, well, what if? And I'd be like, please don't say your what ifs. Please. Please. Your what ifs make us die a little inside.
No, 6 more months. No.
And you like, yeah, well, what if Mania doesn't end? And it's like, nigga.
Me in the writer's room. I'm like, let me be honest with you, Paul. People have ADHD.
Not ADHD.
They're in the store for too long. Some people literally caring. Some shit you can't have every story going 5 to 9 months. It's just not.
It wouldn't be so bad if you would just make it worthwhile. If you give us a feud and like they're actually battling and leading up to it, but it's gotta escalate. Like I didn't mind Cody and Drew's match, but it was always something happening in the matches. It would have made more sense to me if their feud, the first match at WrestlePalooza, yeah, the referee being knocked out or the possible cheating, sure. Then you had the escalation happen at the next PLE because Drew is relentless. He's not going to give up. So you just keep upping the ante. Drew cheats. It don't work out for him. He wins. And then Cody wins. Cody's been winning this whole time. So Drew, it would make sense for Drew to continue the relentless assault on Cody. but he would have to attack him mentally, which he was able to do. And then they threw a monkey wrench with Jacob coming in. Then they didn't even let that fully play out the way it should have because Drew interfered in that. And I was just like, I just wanted the feud to be worthwhile. You can make it so that Drew is constantly interfering. Like, I didn't mind the interference at Elimination Chamber. Didn't mind the interference at Royal Rumble. That makes sense. You know, because Drew don't want to fight him. So, of course.
I'll say the mess we had last year was phenomenal. Like, Damian and Drew was fighting backstage.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed was fighting everywhere, knocking shit over.
Yeah.
And then it's like we get to this year, and it's like, you pushed me. You cut in front of me in line. You cheating off my homework.
I need a little bit more drama. That's all I'm saying. I just need more drama. That's why I need Dom to really cheat on Liv Morgan. That sounds so bad.
I wouldn't be mad.
Did y'all see Candice Michelle is signed to TNA now? Child. They signing all the OGs now, child.
But was she even there to begin with?
She wasn't there. She was in WWE.
Right. And then she got injured and she stopped.
And now she in TNA, baby. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, wouldn't y'all go for somebody like Eve Torres if Eve wanted to
you finna tag up with Mickey? You know they besties.
Oh Lord.
Or
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
They're cool. I wouldn't say
besties. Ain't she a MAGA supporter? Ain't she MAGA though?
I mean, last time I checked in 2020 when she was barely blinking, yeah.
Wasn't that a whole thing where she was online and crying and Shelton Benjamin had to come to her defense?
I think so. He ain't making no better.
I'm like, why are you defending?
That's his friend.
I said, okay, babe. I said, okay, babe. Now, there's a few other things. So, Ricky Sosa debuted over in TNA this past Thursday, and he got a raucous response. The Sosa. Bang, bang.
Yeah, bring out Chief Keef. Bring out the drug dealers, the gangbangers.
Hello. How are you? Okay, so yeah, Ricky Sosa and TNA. AJ Francis has re-signed with TNA.
Steve Macklin is back.
Steve Macklin is back. He also re-signed, and they're getting ready to have Rebellion in TNA in May, I believe, and that's going to be here in Cleveland at the Wall Stand. I want to go, but I need to be comfortable when I sit down. Kira said, well, Dom is cursed. I wonder how that's going to play out at AAA. I think he's going to lose that title, honestly. I think he's going to lose that title at AAA. I really do. I think Vikingo is going to be champ. They're going to let him run as a heel champ in AAA. Yep.
It might be Penta versus Dom versus Finn at Mania. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad at it.
You know what? I'm not mad at that either.
That has
I think they should. I think they should do Dom versus being at Mania.
And with Bailey versus AJ be happening at Mania?
No, baby, it's next week.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. You know, motherfucking Becky is just waiting.
Yeah, that's probably gonna turn into a triple threat too because Bailey gonna be like, "Bitch, I actually owe you a receipt.
Hmm.
I actually owe your ass an ass whipping, and I ain't
She
really touched
definitely
you
do, but she ain't gave her
the way
one.
I should have. I ain't even looked your direction because I've been trying to be a good person. I've been trying to be nice, but bitch, you interrupted my shit. I was this close. Only thing stopping me from fucking you up right now is my self control.
I feel like Lyra gonna turn on her.
That could work too.
I really do. Lyra ain't been a heel yet since she been on that roster, and I just have a sneaking suspicion that that heel turn is coming very soon.
Oh hell, make it a foul boy. Add eel to it.
Mm.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't because it didn't get defended last year, so something got to give. Y'all did it for
Yeah,
the SmackDown Women's Championship one time, a fast pack elimination challenge. We could do that. It's 2 nights, for God's sakes.
they saying they booking this whole show with a bunch of women. They got about 6 matches planned for WrestleMania.
Good. Let's keep that same energy moving forward.
Hmm.
It should be at least 45, 55. Women get 45% of the show.
Honestly, you just need to have the championships for the men on the show because there ain't really no other feuds. And Alistair keep trying to mess. That's it. Alistair was messing with Sammy.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all trying to rerun this story back. Didn't we already do this?
Yeah, with fucking it was a better story with
Carrying Cross.
Karrion Cross and Charlotte and Scarlett. That was a better story. I understand why people wanted Karrion to win, but if Karrion was on his way out, then
It wouldn't have
there
made no
really
sense.
was no point.
He was already
Now,
checked up by then.
giving Black this same moniker and having him go after Sammy, in my opinion, is it necessarily bad? No.
No.
But it's very, very repetitive. And I feel like Alistair and Selena can do better than that. They got Selena acting like, if you look at it the way I'm looking at it, she is the snake that enticed you to bite the apple, if that makes sense.
Yes, I was just thinking in my mind.
Hmm. That's what she's supposed to be depicted as.
She
I
is
just,
what they call it, trollop.
a trollop is crazy. I just don't like the way that they're
Tart.
going about it.
Yes.
A harlot. A harlot is crazy. That is crazy. A harlot.
Thank you, Kayla.
I don't know. I'm just not. I feel like Alistair got to go back to his NXT roots.
And so does Zelina.
And I need Zelina to go back to being the heel that she was. Cause she got a mouth on her. And I feel like they're not utilizing that right. I need her to have, she needs an enforcer so that when she gets to be champ, she kind of moved the way Chelsea does, but without the comedy bits. Like Zelina can be really nasty, but you got to give her an enforcer so it works.
Who may that be?
Callie.
Okay.
Give her Callie Armstrong from NXT and Evolve.
That's a good mentorship.
And let her be her enforcer.
She's gonna be like that big girl Loca from That's So Raven. You got an appointment? Nah,
She
bitch.
already kind of got the look of an enforcer with the glasses and the gloves. Let Callie run with her for a while as an enforcer, or if you're gonna have Kiana be at the top of the mountain, give Callie to Kiana, because what that'll do is Kiana can win easily on her own. We all know she has a talent to do that, but she's gonna be a heel. So if you're gonna have her as a heel, she already running with this executive angle. She's gonna need an enforcer
She
once she
should have an
gets ready.
assistant.
She needs it. But
Mm.
have somebody like Callie be her bodyguard, or because nobody in NXT right now is big enough to do it besides Zarya, and I don't want Zarya pulled up yet, and I don't want her with another person. I want Zarya on her own, dominating on her own.
She could use Jordan. But Jordan just got injured though. Her and
Yeah,
Chelsea.
and Jordan ain't. I mean, I want somebody.
That could
It's
work.
not that Jordan can't do it, but I
They
want somebody
play fast.
who's got the height to be imposing enough, so they don't. And Jordan would be cool. Jordan would be cool for somebody like Kit Wilson.
That'd be cute.
No, hear me out. Because, see, I'm ignorant, right? After Carmelo Hayes dropped the U.S. title, whenever they have him drop it, I would give it to Kit. I would give it to Kit. Kit would close the open challenges, and I would have Jordan as his bodyguard, because he don't want to be touched by any of the toxic masculinity.
His bit needs to be in the same skill as Ivory when she was doing when they were doing that censor shit, right to censor.
Yeah.
He needs to be doing the lines along with that. In order to cross this line, you have to show some sense of sensibility, some feminine energy. Everything about you is toxic.
A female bodyguard for the flamboyant man. I'm telling you.
It works. I thought
It
about
works.
it sometimes.
And you can, and he already is very much a feminist. He's already said that. So you have Jordan be his bodyguard, and you put him in as champion. Make him champion, and he'll run through everybody. You kind of give it. I don't want it to be like Jamie Noble and Nadia was, but I want it to have a similar aesthetic. He hides behind Jordan. He's constantly using Jordan as a diversion. She fights his battles. It'd be very similar to the way it was in the early days with Triple H and China when they first made their debut with the female bodyguard. But you just gotta make it so while Kid's champion, he's like, I need a bodyguard. And Jordan, you understand feminism, you know what it is, and I need someone like you. You're strong, you're a woman, and I want you on my side. Jordan agrees. She ain't got nothing else to do. So Kid's champ, Jordan's protecting him. He got contenders. He's not gonna have nobody massive going after him. Like right now, the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to keep the mid card interesting. So I would put Trick in the mid card. I would pull Carmelo Hayes up to circle around that title, the main title, very soon.
He has to get into it with Trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that we're not touching this subject, like they don't see each other.
They haven't seen each other since they did that. What was that? That triple threat match for the Elimination Chamber. That was the last time they was like head to head across from each other.
And he gave him his nod off.
I
need to get into it.
I wasn't watching at the time, but was China the bodyguard for Eddie, even though they were a couple, or was Eddie more the aggressor? No. What Eddie Guerrero did was he liked her. So he courted her for a while. She kept denying, turning him down. She said no because you're not ready, and he was just like, I want to be with you. He called her his mamacita. That is the reason why Rhea Ripley and Dom's relationship, Dom called her his mommy. It was a play off of that. They had shirts and everything, baby. Oh, it was merch, honey. Shit was selling. Now the story with Eddie Guerrero in China was he was very much a ladies' man. So no matter what and how much he claimed he loved China and wanted to be with her, he always cheated. And she always caught him. But somehow this nigga would smooth talk his way back into her drawers every time. The last straw was when China didn't make it to the arena in time, but she did always run interference for him. So on that part, you're correct. She would sometimes interfere in the matches. She would protect him. People would try to come after him. She would stand in front of him to keep him from being attacked. She wasn't like Rhea was, where she would taunt them, because Eddie Guerrero was kind of a tweener at that time, but China was a face character. She really was. The last straw, if I recall, was when Eddie Guerrero was supposed to meet China at the arena. He didn't show up. She was there, and something happened to her. And the reason why he didn't show up was because he was in a hot tub with two of the other girls from backstage, and I don't know who it was. It was one of the girls that they had brought in but didn't last longer than maybe a year. They didn't really become a full-fledged wrestler. It was two girls like that. So he was in the hot tub. He was talking to them, talking about how much he didn't really care about China. He didn't love her. He didn't want to be with her. And he just got busted. China saw everything. I don't know who put the footage up for her to see it, but somebody put the footage up. China ended up going in the back, caught them back there, and told Eddie it was over. He got out, begging her to stay, told her she was his mamacita or whatever. But this was the last straw, and China had a plan. So China ended up, I think Eddie Guerrero was champion at the time. I can't remember if he was like Intercontinental champion or what, like European champion. I can't remember. But he had a big match coming up. China was supposed to be there to help him. But he ended up losing that match. And he thought that, he was going to go to his mamacita and hug her and whatever. And that lady low blow him and slapped the shit out of him and broke up with him right then and there. I really wish they would put the stuff up with the archives so y'all could go back and watch the stuff, because that stuff was peak. And when I tell you that those storylines lasted for months, we're talking like the courting of China, trying to get with her, happened for at least a month. Then when he finally got with her, like she came out there to the ring and he was telling her how hot she was, how sexy she was, and she was feeling it. And she kissed him and they got together. And then their courtship began. And I would say TV kayfabe wise, they dated for about a year. They were together. And I remember China saying when he died, because he died, I want to say it was about 2 or 3 years after they had their relationship, because it was still on SmackDown. The whole show, Eddie Guerrero was a big point of SmackDown, as was The Rock, because SmackDown came from him. He's the one who came up with the name. What's his face? Brock Lesnar made his career on SmackDown. That's where his career came from. That was his bread and butter. JBL, major component on SmackDown. John Cena's career was built on SmackDown. Kurt Angle's career, found second legs over on SmackDown. But that last few legs before, Benoit was a big proponent too before we knew what we knew, but whatever. But Eddie Guerrero, yeah, he was the guy, because right before I mean, he had the storyline with Dom and Rey Mysterio. That was a big ass story on SmackDown. Then after he died, the reins got kind of passed over to Edge, and Edge took over on SmackDown. And for a long time, Edge was the guy. For a long time, we talking years.
Literally.
The storyline with Edge, Vicky, the Edge heads, everybody he blew through on that roster, Edge was the guy for years on SmackDown. And they made sure to keep Edge and John Cena separate. So while Edge ran SmackDown, John Cena ran Raw. And they ran it consecutively. Both of them had great moments, but I will tell you this. SmackDown always had the better stories. They
Mm-hmm.
always had the better show, and they always had the better matches because of the way it was built. I don't know what it was, but I mean, like Raw was on USA Network, so you would expect it to have a little bit more grit to it, but it didn't. It was like,
It was just like and like sugarcoated shit.
yeah, when you go to SmackDown, I mean,
You got Kelly that fit in the world championship with Edge.
when
Like
I the
what?
then too for the women, they had shit like SmackDown had Mickey, SmackDown had Lay Cool, and Lay Cool ran SmackDown in the women's division for over 2 years.
Yeah, they had to keep them and Maurice apart. Maurice ran Raw.
And Maurice was on Raw.
She was
She was
working
over
too much
on
at
Raw
once.
with Eve Torres fighting with her. They were had epic battles on Raw all the time.
They always ate down.
Always.
I love them matches.
I've seen clips, but just didn't know the fine details or how it ended. Yeah, if they ever put up the full vault so you can watch it, which is why I low key wish that Netflix would just buy it and just put the shit up there. Like,
About the whole thing.
cause letting ESPN house it isn't gonna do anything. And I don't even see the shit up there so you can watch the old episodes. And I really hate it because the WWE network was so ahead of its time. And the cool thing about the network, or the best thing about it, is that you could go back and watch those older shows and you knew exactly where it was because all you had to do was pull up a SmackDown. Let's say you went back to 2010. The cool thing about it when they finally updated the WWE network was that they had each chapter set up so you knew where each match was. You knew where each segment was. They told you who was in it. Like you didn't have to sit and watch the whole show. If you just wanted to go back and watch the parts with China and Eddie Guerrero, you could do that because they had it marked.
All you had to do was search up their name and they pull up every single match they ever had.
Yep. Yep. If you went into the search engine and looked up Eddie Guerrero, it would pull everything on the damn website. Everything on that app that had to do with Eddie Guerrero.
Everybody that was relevant was on there.
Yep. Yeah, I came in the year Melina got transferred to Raw and took the title from Jillian. Literally first match I watched. Damn.
I know you were gagged. That 5-minute
Damn.
reign.
Melina was a bitch. Like, okay, there was a storyline with Melina, and she was already on Raw because her and Eminem was still there at the time before they got moved to SmackDown.
Yeah.
What happened was, if I recall, Johnny Nitro was getting ready to go after Batista for the title, if I recall. And Melina, he sent Melina. Melina was like, let me go see if I can kind of, warm him up. She went in his room. Listen to what I'm saying she did. Because it's on camera. This is what pissed me off the most about the story. It was on camera and we all saw the shit. Okay. The bitch went in his room, was gassing him up, rubbing on him and shit, flipping her hair, did a full split on this man's lap, and then he kicked everybody out. Kicked the camera crew out, kicked everybody out. They low-key started making out, everybody gone. 2 fucking weeks later, she come out there in a business suit, titties covered up, got it slightly buttoned open at the top. Skirt barely covering her ass, y'all.
That was all her skirts.
Nigga,
Skirts
come
and
out there
dresses.
fake crying with the podium in front of her talking about Batista assaulted me. He took advantage of me. I just went in there to talk to him. I didn't know he was going to use his big, strong muscles to take me over like that. I remember sitting there like, I know you fucking lying.
And I'm only laughing because that's not what happened.
I said, what?
She's a liar.
Batista came out there and laughed in her face and told her he can't help it if she was a slut and she got rejected, because he said he didn't sleep with her. Because I remember they played it back and he was like, this is what happened. They put the clip up and he pushed her off and told her, I know what you're trying to do and it's not going to work. That's why she accused him of assault.
Horrible.
Baby, I said your coochie was that funky and dry that you got rejected and you got mad and said the man was assaulting you. John Nitro is standing there screaming, you assaulted her, you apologized to her, you're going to pay for this. And he was like, I didn't touch that hoe. Straight up. When I tell y'all WWE used to do some shit,
Egregious shit. Oh.
There was no fucking limit to how nuts they actually were.
Kane and kidnapped about 4 bitches.
Oh. And see, this is where, like, nowadays, this shit would be pulled off the TV. 1000%. Kane literally sexually assaulted Lita. That was sexual assault. This is no lie. The man became obsessed with the girl and was stalking her. The first time he stalked her, and you know what? Trish was healed at this time, and she used to say and do the most egregious shit to Lita because of Kane. Because once Edge, I don't even remember if Edge lost her. I think that match was between him and Matt at that time. I can't fucking remember. But I remember that Kane won the right to marry Lita. Because he stalked her, kidnapped her, and then she realized she was pregnant.
Jesus Christ.
This is a real storyline that they went with. He was stalking her, got her pregnant, and I'm like, this is sexual assault. I was a teenager when it happened. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn, they just let niggas kidnap you, and then she got pregnant? Ain't nobody called the police. Like,
oh, it was a good reason why I wasn't watching this stuff.
As an adult, it's assault. That is sexual assault at its finest. Okay.
He kidnapped
that man got that lady pregnant, and he wanted to marry her. She was a abused wife, was with that man. Eventually, when they got to the wedding, Trish did something nasty. She gave her a gift, and Kane was trying to protect her because she was pregnant. And Trish maced him or something. And it ended up where Lita ended up getting hurt. She got hit in the stomach and she lost the baby. So not only did she have to deal with the trauma of being sexually assaulted by this big, sweaty
beast,
this big, sweaty, one-eyed man with no hair.
with clay face.
She also had to suffer the trauma of losing this ugly ass man's baby. Now, Lita was a fucking zombie that whole time after she lost that baby. She would not speak. She had like dark circles under her eyes. She looked terrible. She looked terrible. Kane was trying to protect her, and at that time he had really, really felt bad. And it started to shift. His behavior wasn't as aggressive as it usually was, so she didn't fear him as much. But he okay. In his delusional mind, he loved her, and that's how he showed his love. But he was very protective of her. Trish used to torment that lady. When I say that lady was a bitch, she used to torment the fuck out of Lita. Torment that lady to death. She told her she was getting ready to give birth to a fucking monster. And she was like, it fits you because you're a slut and he's a monster. And now you can have a nice little slut monster baby. And I was like, beat her ass. And she would just stand there and just take that shit. And right after she had lost the baby, Trish Stratus was standing in there talking shit. And Lita lost it. She got in that locker room and beat the brakes off of that bitch. And I was like, thank God. God damn. Where did she been talking shit about you for months. Oh, Trish was nasty. She was so nasty. But I think with Trish Stratus, my favorite storyline was her and Jeff Hardy because they had kept dancing around the fact that they liked each other and they would flirt with each other all the time. And Jeff would always come in there and save her every time she would get attacked by somebody. And Jeff was fine back in the day. Okay, Jeff was real fine. All right. And they be out there, he holding her face, they get real close. I'm like, oh shit.
I felt the chemistry.
They had something going on. I know she got some at some point. She ain't gonna admit it, but I know she did. She need to put it in the book somewhere. Anyway, she tell somebody hell. She know she hit that.
Put it upside down and backwards in the book.
Jeff was on drugs. He don't fucking remember it no way. So. Shit. Just tell it. He don't care.
You can't confirm more than now.
No. But back in the day, they used to have really good stories. I won't say Lita and Kane's storyline was good because
then she turned that on, man. She kicked him in the balls.
She did turn on him after
she was a Christian. He said, what a loser.
So
you're not Canadian.
Ashley was so tea. Honestly, she's one of the people I compare her to when creating a female heel. When she slapped the shit out of Maria. Maria used to get her ass whooped a lot.
Okay.
But she was dumb as hell. Her character was completely ditzy. I felt so bad for that lady. But she played the hell out that dumb character. She did that. I'll give her that. Now, there was one storyline that I loved. And it was later on. It was around the Ruthless Aggression, heading out of that into the PG era, because it was around the People Power time when Laurinaitis was there as general manager, and he had Eve Torres as his liaison and his chief commanding officer, or whatever he called her. Zack Ryder really liked her. Okay. And Zack knew she was out of his league. So he asked John for help on he really liked John. John really liked him. They was cool. And so the storyline developed where Zack Ryder clearly had a crush on Eve Torres. He was trying to hit her up. And it wasn't going the way he wanted, Eve Torres saw the writing on the wall with the people power shit. And so she decided to align herself with John Cena. She ended up being accosted by some people who got tired of her lording her power over them. And John came to her rescue. And she took it as he wanted to kiss her and wanted to be with her. So she kissed him. He pushed her off and said, whoa. Zack Ryder didn't like that shit because Zack had got beat up. If I recall, it was around the time. I could be mixing them up, but I believe it was around the time where Zack Ryder Was that the time that he won the Intercontinental Championship and then lost it that night on Monday Night Raw to Miz?
I don't think so.
That was separate.
Yeah, because by then Eve was already gone.
She was gone by then.
Mm-hmm.
He had got hurt real bad. Zack Ryder had got hurt. It was some type of ladder match that he was in. He ended up getting really hurt, or at least that was the story. And he was in a wheelchair for a while. John knew that Eve was on some bullshit, but at that time, Zach didn't see none of that. All he saw was John Cena had kissed Eve Torres in the ring, and it pissed him off. He had flowers and everything. He had already asked Eve out. Eve had basically accepted, but she never intended to go out with him. And what ended up happening was John Cena kind of pulled Zack Ryder and was like, look, I would never do anything to hurt you. You're my friend. I swear I didn't kiss that lady. She kissed me. I'm not trying to get with her like that. Zack Ryder didn't want to hear that shit. So John Cena's in the back walking, and he hears Eve Torres talking about how she attached herself to John Cena on purpose. She really didn't want him, but she's going to use him to have a free ticket to WrestleMania, and he's just going to be her meal ticket. That's what she was saying. So John was like, oh, okay. She got wind. He got out. He got put in the wheelchair by Kane. That is what happened. I forgot all about that. He went out to the ring. John Cena goes out to the ring. And he cuts a promo about how Zack Ryder's his friend. He loves him or whatever. And how Eve Torres is a snake. She come out there crying. Zack Ryder's already out there. She come out there crying in his face, like, I will never do that or whatever. He did something to prove it. And she's crying and shit. Somehow she falls. It is very dramatic on her part. She falls in the ring, holding on to John Cena, like, you gotta let me explain, like, I do like you, it's not that. And like very desperate, please hold me, please kiss me type energy. Zack Ryder just looking in complete disgust. You don't understand.
And then everybody was calling her a hosky.
Everybody was calling her a hosky. Because John Cena said it's broskies before hoskies. That's what he said. Hosky. And that's what they was chatting. That's how that ended. And then it was in the backstage calling her a hosky. I don't know. Somebody called her a hosky back there. Somebody that was weird. I think it was like Hornswoggle or somebody, some shit like that.
Could have been.
But I can't remember. But the best stories were like the stories that had some real nuance to it. You know,
and
like
Miz is running Raw.
Oh my God.
And Michael Cole was in his box.
Nigga. Michael Cole was answering the damn GM, the anonymous GM shit. But Michael, this was before that or after that, because Michael was a heel commentator. He was a piece of shit, and he didn't like sitting next to fucking Jerry the King Lawler. So this nigga had a clear box built to encase himself in to do commentary with, because he didn't want to be next to Jerry the King Lawler. He said he was a sweaty mess, and he don't want to be next to him.
I did not disagree.
Michael Cole was.
It was some shit he was saying that was kind of wild, but I was like, well, I do agree with you not wanting to sit next to Jerry. He creeped me out too. And I do like the Miz, so
and I think agree. That was like right after he beat him at that. Wasn't it a Mania he beat him at, or a Monday Night Raw? It was a Mania, right?
Yeah.
He beat him, and he held that shit over Jerry King Lawler's head so long. Jerry kept attacking him. That's what it was. He kept attacking him, so they put him in that glass. They put him in that clear box. So Jerry couldn't beat him up no more.
It was so crazy because he said he didn't like him. He didn't like anybody. He didn't give a fuck about the show.
Nope.
He didn't
You know,
care.
he was self-serving,
Crashing
and
everybody
his ass wrestled in a traditional wrestler one piece
in a
with the
traditional.
ear covers and everything, very close to what the Rick Steiner would wear to the ring.
And that
Nuts.
match is on WrestleMania, y'all.
When I tell y'all that
What
SmackDown
was
and
it?
Raw
Eat
used
My
to be
Soul
so
match?
tea. If you don't watch nothing else, I'll tell you what to watch. You gotta go watch Lake Cool and them saga if you like watching. If you like watching some very vindictive, mean girl, Regina George type shit,
Mm-hmm.
Lake Cool is gonna give you that.
That shit was
If
kind of
you
funny.
like a mean girl that's nasty and can wrestle really well, then you need to follow Trish Stratus's heel run, because the shit she did to Christy Hemme, some of the most hilarious shit. Then that bitch won for her cover for Playboy. At that time, they was running the Diva Search. Diva Search winners got the Playboy cover.
Mm-hmm.
Christy Hemme won, and fucking Trish Stratus wasn't having it. One of her most iconic scenes is when they have her debut her cover, and Trish comes out there and starts spray painting the fuck out of it.
She said, "Clearly, you're no champion, sweetie."
And it was the honey and the sweeties for me, because that was not a term of endearment. It was straight shade.
Your head so hard you broke my shoe, girl.
And she did break her shoe. She broke
She spray
the
painted
bottom
slut on the
half
back of her back.
of her shoe, and then spray painted slut on the back of the girl's clothes.
Oh, that
Now, if
was
I
such a
recall,
moment.
that led to a Mania match.
Yes.
Christy got trained by somebody.
Lita.
She got trained by
I think
Lita.
that was after the fact that Trish was being such a horrible friend to her.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And
So
she was
she
like, you
said
know
she
what?
had a
I'll train
surprise for
you.
her. And then after that, Christy left. Christy left and went to TNA and became a wrestler in TNA for a little while. And then she went to doing backstage correspondence for TNA.
And, you know, given recent guesses, hints, assumptions, we can kind of guess why.
Not to kick me out. Oh, bitch.
Hey, said you spilling too much tea.
Right?
What?
Rude. Like, those are the two arcs. If you like your villains to be a little bit more
AJ versus Caitlyn. What's some evil shit?
Yeah, AJ Lee wasn't a mean girl. She was just a bitch. And like, cause she did some diabolical shit. AJ Lee, each opponent she had, she would find a way to systemically take them out. Yes. That is one of the reasons why a lot of people liked her, because she came off unassuming, but she was diabolical. She was worse than CM Punk was, because AJ Lee didn't have a problem with going there. She didn't have a problem with talking about your dead grandma, and your grandma had just died yesterday. She didn't give a fuck about that.
Are you still
like, your grandma dead because you're a terrible wrestler and a horrible
sad?
human being. She'll say shit like that in the ring. You just got wind your grandma died on the phone. AJ Lee like, oh, your grandma dead? I'm saying that shit in the promo when I come out there. She's saying it. She's like, it's not my fault your grandma died to get away from you, bitch. That's the kind of shit she was saying.
See your obvious daddy issues. Ugh. Honey, if I knew your business, I'd air that shit out.
Now she had a couple. It was a couple iterations of AJ Lee and her being a dominant heel. Within her title reign, she had Big E as her enforcer. She had Dolph Ziggler as her man.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, at one point she was Daniel Bryan's man too. I mean, woman too.
She was Kane's for a couple of weeks. She was John Cena's. was tried to be
what she did was she's very manipulative. She was very manipulative. I told you that little skipping shit that's supposed to make her look unassuming, but that bitch dangerous.
Yeah, that shit was pissing me off. I said, how y'all letting her beat you?
The last person she tried to manipulate was CM Punk, and that nigga straight up told her, "It's all right, you ain't gotta do all that. I like crazy bitches." Straight up. She was like, "I just wanted to thank you," because she like jumped on them. They were in the ring. Something happened, and he came out there to save her, and she got saved, and she jumped on him and like kissed him. And that was a thing that she would do. She did the John Cena. She had I think she did it to Big Show at one point. I don't know how she jumped on that big ass man, but she jumped up there.
Everybody.
She had some hops. And then when CM Punk was a face at the time, she jumped on Punk and kissed him. And they was in the back, and she was like, "Punk, I just wanted to tell you, I just really appreciated it. I was excited, and I was just happy you came out there, and I really like you." And he was just like, "You ain't, no, you ain't got to do all that." He was like, "I could look in your eyes and tell you are a crazy bitch." And she was just like, "What?" And he was like, "No, don't worry about it, because I like crazy bitches." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Literally, they had a couple more interactions after that. That was it. I knew then. I'm like, oh, y'all fucking. Okay. I'm like, cool. Live your best life. Do you, babes? Because they gave AJ Lee the job of being general manager. She got to be GM of Raw. And I don't know who was GM of SmackDown when she was GM of Raw. But
lo and behold, she
was wreaking havoc then. But she was shitty. She was so shitty. The shit she did to Caitlyn was diabolical.
Making first of all, you acting like you her friend.
Yeah, and this is the thing.
And then you making anonymous love letters.
Yeah, it's the big thing during that time. Catfishing for the internet had just started. Because if I recall, around that time, that documentary Catfish was out with Neve, and that's when like AJ Lee kind of used that, and she catfished the fuck out of Caitlyn, had gaslit Caitlyn, manipulated her into cutting off all her friends, because Natalya and Eve Torres and all of them was trying to tell her, hey, I don't think that motherfucker real. And she was like, you just don't understand him. She was like, every time you ask to meet, he always finds some kind of way to weasel out of it. Why can't he meet you? Why can't he talk to you? Like, what's going on? Like, use your head. Think about shit. Like, Natalya really was nice to her. Really was trying to tell her. Caitlyn cut her head off. Was clearly being like a true bitch towards her. Just nasty. Then they had a match. And Caitlyn won the match against her and Natalya. And Natalya was like, I ain't fucking with you no more. All of the locker room stopped talking to her. And all she had was the boyfriend. And this whole time, AJ Lee, when I tell you that hoe was literally skipping around, laughing, and having the bestest time. And you really didn't know it was her because she never gave you an inkling that she was fucking around with that girl like that.
She says, not even Big E. It's me.
And she was like, she went and she exposed the girl in the ring. And Caitlyn went to fucking pieces.
That shit was crazy. She said, "You're
I was like, why?
You just doing all this because you desperate. You need friends." I said, "Bitch,
you
made her cut all her friends
part. This the cold part. Caitlyn still lost the fucking match for the belt. They did not give her the title after that. I said, wait a fucking minute. Now you don't put that girl.
It wasn't even in the plans.
You don't put that girl through hell. And then you still let her get beat.
And she didn't even. I'm over it.
AJ Lee didn't even cheat. That was a clean win. So after that, Stephanie McMahon's punk ass decides that now she need to step in. And she was like,
she was talking big balls.
AJ Lee was like, none of you bitches can do anything with me. Stephanie McMahon came out there and she said, what you did to Caitlyn was disgusting. She was like, I know you're not talking, Stephanie.
We
I
seen
just
things you
know
didn't do.
you're not judging me. And I was like, oh. Stephanie put her hand over that microphone real quick. She said, let me tell you something, bitch. Okay. You forget I pay your checks. Okay. Your house, your livelihood, this motherfucking title, this belongs to me, goddamn. You understand?
I love
Don't
that
get
when she
beside
has
yourself in this motherfucking ring because you think I'm out here trying to be nice. I will fire your ass today. Do you understand that? Okay, going back to your little story.
She did the same shit with Nikki. Nikki said, I'm unstoppable. Y'all can't touch me. I'm hot. Not even Stephanie can do this. Stephanie said, hey.
Here, that's not cute. Styling grace.
Your fucking mouth. Styling grace.
That music hit real quick.
She don't waste no time. You ain't get no more words after you say my name.
You ain't gonna say nothing else once that name come out, she ready.
And then Charlotte tried it too. She said, hey. She said, hey, I ain't not Charlotte. You ain't even fucking with, like Tony Bray said, you ain't fucking with me. I'm a heavyweight.
Was that the same day that no, because Paige came out that night.
Oh, I think she checked Paige too. Yeah, I learned
something that lady name. No, the night that she went after Stephanie, Paige came out to congratulate her on winning.
And kick her in the face.
And that's how she won the Divas Championship that night. She won it.
Oh, yes, against AJ.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. No, because that was after the Mania. She had beat everybody. That was in New Orleans.
Because they had made her go in that. They put her in that match where everybody was her opponent.
Yeah, and she tapped on Naomi.
Hold on a second.
Then after that, she was talking big shit. And then Paige came out there and said, I just came to congratulate you on your big win, your historic title reign.
Yeah, then AJ was like, girl. She was like, girl, crazy. What the fuck?
You making fun of me? You challenging me? You think you're better than
me? No, I just came out here because I admire you and I respect you. And she was like, bitch, I don't want to hear that.
She said, well, admire this. Slap. Get me a referee. Next thing we know, it's a title match. Impromptu.
And she
did lose in a few minutes. And it was to Paige. Now, if you weren't an NXT watcher, which most of us weren't because, we were probably kids.
Okay, so I remember what happened. When Stephanie came out there, all of the divas had came out there afterwards. Stephanie also said something to Caitlyn. And I can't remember what she said. But it wasn't good towards Caitlyn either. And Big E had to carry AJ Lee out. I combined the two. Because they ended up fighting after she had destroyed Caitlyn like that. Because all of the divas had came out there. You had Layla, Cameron was there at the time. Natalia with her old nose. She had her old nose then and her old lip. She hadn't got her new stuff yet. And then Alicia Fox and she did. Why?
That's the way you said it. She ain't got that new stuff yet.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at. I had to
go fucking clothes or something.
I need y'all to see what I'm seeing because you're gonna be like, okay.
I know what you see. I remember old Natty before that Total Divas money was hitting. Yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
This is all I'm saying.
Wow. We was in trying times. That was the roster.
That was all of the women with the exception of Caitlyn and AJ Lee. That was it.
I think at this time the Bellas was out.
That's what she told her. See, ooh, I got you upposted thought. You with it. You got everything with it. That's what she told her, because Caitlyn music hit while Stephanie was still talking to her. And I remember, because Caitlyn came out there with all of the girls behind her, because none of them hoes was fucking with her at that time. I'm telling you.
She cut them all off.
Everybody was trying to tell her. Layla was trying to tell her, like, hey, you know, I think something is off. She's like, you're just mad because you don't have a man that likes you like he likes me.
And then it was crazy because after that, they had ran it back again, and Layla was helping AJ. And it didn't go nowhere.
No, because Caitlyn left after that.
I said, y'all can leave somebody else.
Caitlyn cried. I don't know, something about watching that lady cry when she found out that everything that AJ Lee had did, that broke my heart.
She was snotting and shit.
It was like she wore that non-waterproof mascara, so it was just mascara and tears coming down. She eventually messed Caitlyn up and took her title. Poor child. She fucked Caitlyn up.
He said that's Caitlyn how they become best friends.
That's what I'm saying. If you diabolical and you like that kind of shit, Don like that kind of shit, so he'll watch it.
That was an evil time. That was crazy work. What else was happening?
I think the worst thing that I've seen Late Cool do was the piggy segment with Nikki James. I ain't never forgive them bitches for that.
And they do that cake on her.
They claim they ain't want to do it.
Mickey says, you know what? Let's do it. They said no. She said no. Let's fucking do it. Throw the cake on me now. Better yet, smash it in my face. Beth, get behind me. Hold me down.
Child.
Like this.
Or when they dressed up like her.
When they dressed up like
when they had Layla dress up like Mickey James.
That was crazy. With the fat suit and the pig nose.
Yes.
I was talking about, oh.
They had that whole table of food out there.
That shit was horrible. Then they had the pig, the farm shit.
I've never seen something so egregious in my life.
That was crazy.
I wanted to kill
them. Not even fat.
And I think the other one that they did was
Best friends with a man.
Oh yeah. I didn't like Maurice, but Maurice wasn't that bad. Maurice used to make me laugh because her thing was she felt like she was hotter than everybody on the roster. and she would be so what made Maurice so diabolical was that she would say all the trashiest shit to people in French. She would be like, you look trashy, you look like a slut. And then she would be smiling very sweetly while she said it. And they'd be like, well, what did you say? Oh, I just said I love your outfit.
No, Maurice was so soft. No, Maria was so soft that she told her, she said it in French. She said, English. She said, baby, watch where you're going. And while we at it, everything you got on looks cheap. Basically, you look ghetto.
Oh my God.
She said, what you think you wearing? She said, baby, you might as well say it's designer. Fuck you mean?
I said, and I used to get on Maurice's ass every time because I'm like, why do you only put the tracks in the bottom of your hair? Why do you do that?
And only
and it was so blatant. I'm like, at least Mickey's shit was blended. Michelle McCool's was blended.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, Michelle's was blended. I give Michelle that.
She
Her
got
shit
the
was
market
always.
When that money started hitting.
It was blended. You couldn't tell.
Layla's was done well.
Eve Torres's tracks was done right, but shit, Alicia Fox.
Next subject.
And I know, like, she felt like there wasn't like nobody back there to do her hair properly, but
you could have found somebody, girl.
I would have got my cousins or somebody to come do my hair every week. There's no fucking way. And I'm like, man, Naomi hair was laid every time.
Okay.
If you couldn't find nobody to do it, then do it yourself. Because I know during that time, I could lay a whole quick weave myself. I figured that shit out.
Naomi found somebody the day before Mania to redye her hair and bring whatever left of it back to life.
Alicia was a great wrestler, but she used to get on my nerves because her weaves used to get on my nerves.
Her best hair was the fuzzy hair that she came in with. That was the tanker line hair.
When she had that bob cut, it was cute till she decided to put it into
till she overwore it.
And then you could see her fucking tracks in the back. And I was like, you dirty
she
bitch.
Had an extended stay. And then she did that blonde shit again. Then she left that in too long and started wearing headbands. I said, this ain't working out, mama.
I tell you, every time you bring your ass out here, you embarrass the culture. Every fucking time. You just lost. You just a lost cause at this point.
But that title.
And if you if you're a Bella Twin fan, you'll enjoy their saga too, because they had multiple parts to theirs. There's the time when the Bella Twins was gonna get fired. They was only used to like prop up celebrities. They were rarely used to wrestle. And then all of a sudden they came up with this idea for twin magic, and that became their gimmick and their thing. Then you stopped seeing them. They wrestled a couple times on SmackDown. You didn't see them anymore. They moved them over to Raw, and Daniel Bryan, the twins were going after Daniel Bryan for some reason. He was the golden boy. And at that time, Daniel Bryan was dating Gail Kim. Mm-hmm. That was the story.
And they stole her. They stole him from her.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why I want her when you got two of us? He said, you know what? You actually make some sense.
All right.
You gotta get up, move your legs. You gotta get up out of here, girl. She said, what? He said, yeah, sorry. One of them was like, no, he ain't. Stop.
Joe did.
He said, what? And she left. And that was the last we saw of Gail for real. Because then they had
because after that, they didn't even. Gail left and went to TNA, I guess. And
literally
then
rode up the ring.
They started using the Bellas. Because I'm assuming during that time, Nikki started dating John Cena.
Yeah.
That was after her Dolph Ziggler era. And then she started dating John.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they started using them. And it became like regular wrestlers, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, all right. Then Brie got the damn championship, and I was like, this.
That was crazy. And then Kelly beat her.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere down, I think Nikki ended up beating. Beth had beat Kelly, and then Nikki beat Beth, and Nikki was champion for like a week, and then Layla came back, and Layla was champion. That was quite something.
Yes. And then later on down the line, Nikki got the title. Okay. And that was around the time that Awesome Kong has showed up. This is when Freddie Prinze Jr. was writing for WWE. And Awesome Kong was the number one contender for the title.
He was doing some good shit because that Late Cool breakup was amazing.
Yeah, it was. But for whatever reason, I believe they had the title split at the time, if I recall. The women had the Divas title and the Women's Championship, if I remember.
It was just a Divas title.
It was just a Divas title?
Yeah.
Because
the Women's Championship had stopped. You remember after Late Cool had broke it.
Yeah, because they had the title separated. It was like practice two pieces.
And they had to go against, I think, Beth. No, that wasn't Beth. It was maybe Melina. Probably Melina. And so I think a unification came out with the Divas title.
Yeah, I remember that. Because then Melina got injured.
It was some shit.
Melina got injured. Let's go. Fox got the title. And when Melina came back,
I was so mad.
Took that title right from her. I thought I was
dying. We was having the time of our lives.
No.
She was a bomb-ass black champion.
Ugh, I hated her so much.
She's like, nobody on this roster is better than me. Nobody can outthink me, outmove me.
And that was when she had called all of the girls out there.
She literally was like, everybody come out, please. Places. Like America's Next Top Model.
She was like, I beat you. I beat you. I beat you. I'm like, oh, bitch. Somebody tell me.
Take that. And then Melina came out there.
All the unification happened after Melina got injured.
That's what it is.
I mean,
yeah, that's
when I saw Melina come out there, I was like, oh, okay. I used to love Melina's finisher, though. That was one thing I did love.
The split?
I was like, yeah. But I hope it's up on ESPN and y'all can go back and watch it. But there was good times when I tell y'all the messages. It was messy. Okay.
Oh, since I have you here.
I'm like, y'all already got Liv and Dom over there on Smackdown. Y'all might as well use it.
I'm getting with the New Day.
What?
You didn't see Kofi talking to him?
I don't want Javon Evans to join New Day.
I do.
I don't.
It'd be good. Let it run.
What is that gonna do for Javon Evans?
Hopefully he can bring it out the mud.
Ugh.
The rut that we stuck in.
What rut? You talking about for New Day?
Yeah, because when they walked up on him, he said, hey, I was hoping to see you. And Grayson was like, yeah, we need to talk about that shit. That loss, we got a loss for you. He said, get up out of here. Let me holler at him for a second. He said, you want me to go? I said, yes.
And see, this how they treat their motherfucking members. I wouldn't join the New Day. Fuck that. If I want to go get abused, I'll just go in the ring with Obafemi. I don't need to be because heaven forbid I get injured, bitch.
But that's where you could kind of turn the tables with that.
I don't want him
to make Javon, since he need a little grit.
They ain't gonna do nothing but get jealous of the boy while he in there.
Yeah, that'll be bigger. That'll be great.
You just like chaos.
That's good chaos.
Like,
that's 3 black men on TV.
Randall beat the brakes off of Cody. He beat his ass.
Yeah, that was crazy because I wasn't listening to the conversation.
I mean, there really wasn't much to the conversation to listen to, to be honest.
Yeah, he said, I want your voices. He said, you want the
voices? He asked for it.
You got it, buddy.
You got it, dude.
Lovely night. Lovely night.
I need for Nikki Cross to wrestle. I'm tired of her hanging around Uncle Howdy and them and not getting no licks in. Y'all let that bitch do something. Shit. Okay. And on that note, I'm finna go lay down. I gotta get up tomorrow. I got fried chicken and my friend coming over. I did that lady makeup today and I'm tired.
How was it?
It was all right. She don't really wear a lot of makeup, so she was looking at her face and she was just like, And I'm like, girl.
Do you like it or no?
She said it was cute. I thought I gave her a nice lip before, but she wanted a red lip, and I was just like, you gotta, I'm like, at some point, you gotta get away from the red. You know, red lipstick don't, it's not that it wasn't flattering, it's a flattering color she picked, but it was just, I had her with a really cute pinky nude brown lip situation with a gloss on top, and that shit ate. And I was like, oh, I did such a good job.
Yes, mama, you're ready.
And she was like,
you got red lipstick?
I'm not really feeling the pink. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. Well, what were you thinking? I'm like, this is why I don't want to be a makeup artist. I told my mom this is the exact reason why I don't want to do it. And she was like, why? You're really good at it. You really did make her face look really pretty. Her base was bomb. I did her base damn near perfect. But she is not an eyeshadow girly, and she was just not feeling it. She was like, my eyebrows are like really dark. I used the dark brown pencil because her eyebrows are dark brown. So I was like, well, I can use a lighter pencil and like, but her eyebrows also were not shaped. So there was a lot to fill in, if that makes sense. So I had to do a lot of work to make it work. And she was like, I'm just looking at my eyebrows because it's like really dry. I'm like, well, they're not done. So it's a lot to work with, you know? But I understand. And she was like, okay. I told her, let me know what she wanted to do. And then I would tell her my rate. And then I'm like, I'm going to have to find some freelance artists that'll do the other girls' makeup because I'm not going to be able to do 4 bridesmaids, and a bride. And I think, Gerard, when did she leave? At like 8?
Yeah, a little after.
She got to my house at like 7. It wasn't 6:30. It was 7. It didn't take me that long to do her makeup. It took me about an hour, maybe an hour 15 to do it. She was like, so it takes about an hour, maybe hour 30 max. I'm like, hour 30 is max. I'll take longer on my own makeup. She didn't really want shit. So it didn't take me that long to do her makeup. And she had the right foundation, thank God. I didn't have to pick anything. So if she tell me she want me to do it on her wonderful day, I will go and do it. She said another lady was trying to charge her $450. I was like, my daddy was like, you gotta charge her $500 if you're gonna be doing people's makeup. I said, Daddy.
Yeah, because 5 people.
If I do all 5, I'm definitely charging more than $500 because that's 5 people. And that's a lot of labor. My back was killing me after I did her makeup.
If she charged you $450 for 5 people, that's actually quite generous.
Do you know how much makeup artists actually charge? Like, their makeup artists charge $1,500 for just the bride.
She must not know.
And that's for all day bridal touch-ups and everything. And I asked her, I said, well, are you gonna need me for the whole day, or you just need me for the ceremony? She was like, I'm thinking just the ceremony. But my daughter and my sister are like, well, you're gonna need to have a touch-up, after the ceremony, before you do the first dance, you're gonna need to touch up and stuff. You're gonna need to have somebody there to pat you down, maybe blot. I'm like, this is true, but I'm not gonna be working for free, and I'm hungry and I can't eat because you can't afford to pay for me to have a plate. I'm gonna be mad. Child.
Get somebody else to do it.
Just not get somebody else to do it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll probably be back tomorrow to do reading and chill because I don't think I'm gonna unless I do the video tonight and get it posted. I'll probably come back tomorrow. We'll do reading and chill. Unless you missed the last episode, then you missed the last chapter. So go catch up. Because we got a lot to do. We got a couple chapters to read. We're going to finish our Black as Fuck history. And then next week, we're going to start on our book for Women's History Month. And we'll just read them simultaneously. Whatever I post, I'll post videos if I've read some more. And I'll post the videos up for y'all to listen to it. And I'll just add it to the Reading and Chill playlist. So make sure y'all look out for that. And the new videos will be added. Okay? So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.